When I was about 5.5 years old and went to school in my hometown, Vidisha in Madhya Pradesh, I was not very fortunate to study in a school like this. If I'm given a chance, I would love, though. But when I went there, I saw a boy of my age sitting at the doorstep along with his father, and they were cobblers. I was entering in my school, and the boy was looking at her feet, not on her face. I could not understand. I was very young, as I said, 5.5-year-old. So, I was a little bit disturbed that why he is not with the rest of us in the classroom. The first question in my life I asked to my teacher was, "Sir, why he is sitting outside?" Teacher said, "Just calm down, make new friends, be familiar with school. These are poor people, poor children. Poor children have to support the families." But I was thinking that how they can support the families without an education and good education, which I was told and taught since my very early childhood that every child is supposed to go to school. So I asked the same question to my parents and friends. Everybody answered in the same way, more or less. But I was not convinced, because I used to see that boy every morning and afternoon polishing shoes, repairing shoes in open sky. So one day I gathered my courage and went straight to him and his father. The boy was shy. But when I asked his father that, "Babuji, आप अपने बेटे को स्कूल क्यों नहीं भेजते? हम सब तो स्कूल जाते हैं." तो वो आदमी हाथ जोड़कर खड़ा हो गया और मेरे से बोला, "मैंने तो कभी सोचा नहीं इस बारे में। मेरे तो दादा परदादा मैं सब बचपन से यही सब काम करते हैं और अब मेरा बेटा कर रहा है." मैं उनकी आंखों में देख रहा था. And then he took a pause for a while. And what he answered was a question for me, rather a challenge for me in the rest of my life. He said, "स्कूल जाने के लिए तो बाबूजी आप लोग हैं, हम तो मजदूरी यही सब काम करने के लिए पैदा हुए हैं." He said, "We are born to work. And I tell you, my dear sisters and brothers and children, I refuse to accept that day. That any child is born to work at the cost of childhood and education and freedom." I was never convinced. That was the first spark in my life to think differently. And that grew gradually. In my own student life, I tried to help some children. I found that many of my friends left school because their parents were poor and they could not afford textbooks. They were very expensive. So when I was 11-year-old, I had an idea. I convinced a friend of mine and both of us went on the streets. On the day when the school results were announced on 30th of April, in 1965. And what we did, the parents gave us some money, प्रसाद चढ़ाने के लिए कुछ पैसा दिया मंदिर में. But हम लोगों ने एक किराए का ठेला ले लिया. हाथ ठेला देखा है ना आप लोगों ने? सब्जी बेचने वाला ठेला, 4 पहियों वाला, साइकिल के पहिए लगे रहते हैं जिसमें. So I was standing on that cart and my friend was pushing it and we did turn by turn. And then I shouted in different places, in different neighborhoods in my town, auntie, uncle, sisters and brothers, congratulations. Today your children have gone in next grade. You must be celebrating. You must be happy. But think of those children who were forced to leave school because they didn't have money to buy books. And from now onwards, your books will go waste. So why don't you put these books on my cart? People like that idea. And one after other, hundreds of books started pouring in. And within 2.5 hours, 3 hours, we were able to collect more than 2,000 books. And each time a book was put on my cart, something like a brick to construct my new personality, my new life began. So I realized the value in education. I knew the importance of education and that did not stop me. I was born in a place, Vidisha, which is known for many things, ancient place. But the most important inspiration for me was that Ashoka, the Emperor Ashoka, was married to Vidisha. And he had 2 children, Sangamitra and Mahendra. Mahendra and Sangamitra were the first ambassadors of peace and humanity of Buddhism. They became monks and traveled all the way to Sri Lanka. The first ambassador of Buddhism were Mahendra and Sri Lanka, Mahendra and Sangamitra. So I always thought that we have tremendous potential. When the Nobel Peace Prize was announced, many people thought that it has been given to an issue or a cause which is very humiliating. Slavery, trafficking of children. And that exposes India. I said no. For all the foreign correspondents, I said that you are wrong. India may be a land of 100 problems: poverty, slavery, sexual exploitation, corruption. But my motherland is also the land of 1 billion solutions. India is the mother of 1 billion solutions.